Nazism in Germany. The Nazi regime, led by Adolf Hitler, is a classic example of the application of these masks. Mask of the Chaos Sower. Following World War I, Germany endured a period of intense economic and political instability, marked by hyperinflation, mass unemployment, and frequent social conflict. The Nazi Party exploited this chaos by scapegoating the Weimar Republic, Jews, communists, and other groups, spreading fake news and inflammatory propaganda that promised national salvation. Mask of the Semiological Deconstructor. The Nazis emptied and distorted concepts such as democracy and freedom, redefining them as weaknesses or conspiracies. German history was rewritten to glorify an Aryan past and present the Third Reich as its pinnacle. Symbols like the swastika, of ancient origin, were re-signified to represent racial purity and the regime's power. Terms like enemy of the people and degenerate were used to dehumanize and justify the persecution of Jews, Romani people, homosexuals, and other groups. Mask of neo-systematics. Once in power, the Nazis swiftly dismantled the democratic institutions of the Weimar Republic. They created a new legal apparatus, the Nuremberg Laws, for example, institutions like the Gestapo and the SS, and a system of concentration camps, concentrating all power within the Nazi Party and Hitler. The economy was reorganized to serve the regime's military and autarkic goals. Mask of the Belief Engineer. Joseph Goebbels, the Minister of Propaganda, was the architect of this mask. Through massive propaganda across radio, cinema, newspapers, and gargantuan rallies, the Nazis forged an unquestionable faith in the Führer and the superiority of the Aryan race. Symbols like the imperial eagle and rituals such as the Heil Hitler greeting reinforced devotion and unity around the ideology. Mask of the Abyss Seer. Nazi intelligence, including the Gestapo and the SS, conducted extensive surveillance of the population, monitoring dissidents and identifying potential internal threats. They anticipated reactions and adjusted propaganda and repression to optimize control and minimize resistance, utilizing networks of informants and espionage. Mask of the Paradoxical Mirror. The Nazis reconciled the pursuit of peace, such as the Munich Agreement, with aggressive military expansion. They promised work and bread while diverting resources toward rearmament. Most notably, they presented themselves as defenders of order and morality while practicing genocide and unspeakable atrocities. The paradoxical logic was that all actions served the greater good of the nation and the race. Mask of the Conscious Golem. The Third Reich became the materialization of Nazi ideology. Institutions, the state bureaucracy, the army, and even daily life were permeated by the principles of Nazism. The figure of Hitler, the Führer, was the charismatic and unquestionable leader, the very incarnation of the conscious golem, the living representation of the truth imposed by the regime. The eighth mask, the Demiurge. Adolf Hitler and the Third Reich regime represent the consolidated Demiurge. Nazi Germany, with its totalitarian control and omnipresent ideology, was the ultimate manifestation of the power constructed by the seven masks.